to another episode of Let's Talk Tobago. We are on the northeastern coast of the island along the picturesque Englishman's Bay. It's our stop for today, where we will be coming to you from Villa Escalante, the newest villa in the area. Come along with us as we show you all this property has to offer and also bring you up to date on all the major stories of the past week. I'm Davia Chambers, and Let's Talk Tobago starts right now. Chief Secretary Kelvin Charles continues to assure Crown Point residents who will be affected by the airport expansion that they will be treated fairly. 14 families receive keys to their new homes in the Adventure Phase 2 housing project in Plymouth. Chief Secretary says he is satisfied that arrangements are in place to service the airbridge for the Easter holidays. And later, 2 trainees of the YTEP and BPTT Entrepreneurial Training Program will receive $20,000 to fund their businesses. All these stories and more when Let's Talk Tobago continues. Stay with us.
Times. Summer car done, summer car, 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 summer car done, yeah, summer car.
Surround yourself with the charms of nature at the newly built Villa Escalante, a pleasingly spacious property overlooking the beautiful and calm waters of Englishman's Bay. Villa Escalante provides breathtaking views and gives guests the unique opportunity to explore the nearby nature trails and swim and snorkel at Englishman's Bay right below. Chief Secretary Kelvin Charles continues to assure residents located on the proposed site for the construction of the A&R Robinson International Airport new terminal building that the THA will ensure they are treated fairly and respectfully. Mr. Charles was speaking on Tobago Channel 5 in an interview with host Jerry McFarlane.
Rest assured that the Tobago House of Assembly is in your corner, and we shall treat you fairly. And of course, each case would be dealt with on its own merit. I again take this opportunity to advise you, do not wait, do not listen to misinformation and so on, but move now, if you would have received a Section 3 notice, to engage a registered surveyor to begin the process of a registered valuator valuer to engage the process of valuing your property.
Chief Secretary Charles also said that with CAL's new wet lease aircraft, he is satisfied that arrangements are in place to service the airbridge smoothly for the Easter and the Jazz weekends.
In respect of persons who are coming for the Easter, and who will be coming for Jazz, I'm satisfied that arrangements are in place to move you smoothly and efficiently from Trinidad to Tobago and back, either via the sea bridge or the air bridge.
Wake up to a magnificent sunrise scenery each morning at Villa Escalante. This villa's hilltop location also offers guests a romantic night of stargazing with spectacular views of the moon, which appears over the main ridge. Now, owning a home is one of the greatest investments one can make, but it's an investment that's been proven to be quite costly for the average citizen. However, 14 lucky families were privileged to receive keys to units at the Homes of Adventure Phase 2 in Plymouth. We have more from Patricia Nicholson in this report.
The Tobago House of Assembly has sought to make home ownership more affordable for Tobagonians by introducing the THA Housing and the Land project, where hundreds of families would have benefited over the years. THA Chief Secretary Kelvin Charles said, due to Tobago not having a housing development corporation, this makes construction of the houses even more challenging. Notwithstanding this, he noted that his administration has stayed true to its promise to complete houses so they can be distributed to deserving Tobagonians.
You need to understand that what you will be acquiring today as one of your more valuable assets would have only been possible because of the astute management of the Tobago House of Assembly and its current administration.
Secretary of Settlements, Urban Renewal and Public Utilities Clarence Jacob urged the new homeowners to live in love in their new community.
Today, I want to admonish all the homeowners. You are in a new environment, and I want you all to live in love and live in peace. I have 5 fingers on my hands, and all of them are not the same length and the same size. So you will have difference in personalities in your housing area, but I want you all to live in love, live in peace, and smile at your neighbors.
Overjoyed is how Area Representative Marisha Osman felt as she welcomed the new homeowners into her community.
Every time we have to give out the keys, I can't help but laugh. I can't help but feel good about it. And those of you who are coming to Plymouth to reside in these houses that you would make homes, places that you will build memories over the years, I welcome you to this community. An extension of us you will become. And to those of you who are returning home, welcome back home. We missed you.
This was the final distribution of houses at the homes of Adventure Phase 2 Housing Development. I'm Patricia Nicholson for Let's Talk Tobago.
Villa Escalante carries a 2-story design and is ideally decorated to stimulate relaxation and serenity. With its warm pastel color scheme and unique selections of minimalist modern furnishings, you'll be sure to feel comfortable and right at home. Next, we hear about one division of the Tobago House of Assembly that's adding structure to its record-keeping system. Find out which one in this report.
An external facility has been prepared to store the records of the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. The Offside Records Center is located at Salandi's building in Scarborough. Records such as old personal and general files, pay record cards, warrants, and final accounting documents will all be housed at the center.
We know oftentimes our employees are delayed in terms of their benefits. Oftentimes to locate their records is quite a task to do so. We know as well that just in terms of responding to queries, we are unable to do so, and therefore we felt it's important, notwithstanding the historical design of records in the public service, that as a start, we will preserve, we'll organize, we'll preserve our institution's records.
Prior to my stint as Chief Secretary, I would have worked as presiding officer. And I remember having to conduct a similar exercise. And it was particularly revealing because you would be surprised how many of the documents were in fact incorrectly packaged. So not only storage is important, but it's how the records are filed, organized, profiled, and packaged.
The Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development hopes that in the future an electronic record system can be utilized. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned to Let's Talk Tobago. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are watching Let's Talk Tobago with me, Davia Chambers. Now, there's been much talk surrounding the suitability of the Galleon's Passage to service or sea bridge. So our Let's Talk Tobago team took to the Scarborough port to hear what some passengers had to say about their experience.
Contrary to what's being said in the public space regarding the Galleon's Passage, which made its maiden voyage to Tobago in October 2018, the vessel has been fulfilling its duty of taking passengers to and from Tobago safely, and passengers have been utilizing the service.
Very good, very good. Yeah, it's good, it's good. It was a very good experience traveling with the Galleon Passage. I mean, it had a little few rocks and but otherwise It was
good.
very good service by the staff, even this all the staffs, and also it was on time. It left Port of Spain 9 o'clock and arrived in Tobago exact time, 4 hours after.
That was all right. It's long, but all right.
It was good. It was a bit rough. I usually travel it very often. I love it.
It was a bit long, but it was smooth.
According to Chief Secretary Kelvin Charles, the overall percentage of passengers and vehicles using the Galleon's passage last month was greater than those for the TNT Spirit. He added that during peak weekends, the use spiked significantly. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We are at Villa Escalante, which has 4 bedrooms but can be split into a 1 bedroom on the upper level or a 3 bedroom on the lower level. Now each bedroom is uniquely designed to portray themes of Caribbean living. So environment conservation is important, and Tobago is championing this cause as it gets ready to host an environment conference. Omadara Mills has this story.
Tobago boasts of a clean and green natural landscape and clear marine waters. It has the oldest protected rainforest reserve in the Western Hemisphere and some of the top-ranking pristine beaches in the Caribbean. With preservation of our ecosystems in mind, environmental stakeholders are collaborating to host the inaugural Tobago Environmental Partnership Conference on the 13th and 14th of May 2019. Director of the Environment Department, Linford Beckles, explains the importance of the conference during the event's media launch.
The theme of this particular conference is the environment and sustainable livelihoods. And I believe that it is appropriately themed because we in Tobago, we essentially depend upon the gifts of nature, the environmental and natural resources that we have for our socio-economic well-being.
The 2-day conference will address ways in which Tobago can develop and improve policies for the management of protected areas, attract investment for the conservation of our land and marine spaces, as well as mitigate the effects of climate change.
We have to think about the impact of climate change on our natural resources. As I said before, fish stocks are changing. We do not know how much fish will be available in the future. So we might have to adapt to this. We have to adapt our agricultural practices to ensure that we have food for our population in the future. We have to think about how we supply energy and water.
The conference actually going to bring people together and discuss ways in which to bring investors in to maximize our share of the blue and green economies. We must understand that green and blue economies share something. They look for the triple bottom line. Triple bottom line in this case is benefiting the people, benefiting the money side of things, and environment.
The Environmental Research Institute of Charlottesville, ERIC, Environment Tobago, and the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and the Environment are the primary collaborators for the conference. It will focus on getting the views and recommendations of various interest groups.
This Environmental Partnership Conference really seeks to ensure that we all come to the table, all sectors of society, all 3 sectors of society, the private sector, the civil society, and of course the public sector. We come together and we define a way forward.
The conference will take place at the Mount Irving Bay Resort. It will feature 10 presentations, panel discussions, and various exhibitions. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The design of Villa Escalante is that of an open plan. It allows the upper floor and the lower floor to flow easily into one unit. However, both floors have their own kitchen, living space, and washing facilities, providing guests with ultimate convenience and comforts. Now to this story. The Trade and Investment Convention takes place at the crossroads of the Americas, Trinidad and Tobago, the region's financial capital, to connect buyers and sellers so as to create new business partnerships. Tobago has been participating for the past 12 years. We have more details in this next story. Listen up.
The Division of Finance and the Economy will once again take a Tobago contingent of entrepreneurs to the Trade and Investment Convention. More than 20 entrepreneurs have indicated their interest in attending the event, which will be held from July 4th to 7th at the Center of Excellence in Mokoya, Trinidad, and the screening process has already begun.
We are looking for 11 entrepreneurs to participate at TIC, and leading up to the choosing of that 11 companies, we will be having 3 training sessions with them, and coming out of those training sessions, we are hoping that some of them would decide that they're not yet quite ready to present at the trade fair, and some we have a committee that will sit and eliminate as we go along.
Some of the interested entrepreneurs have attended previously. They have new targets to achieve in 2019 to further expand their businesses.
I have attended it before, and it was more of a go to get a feel for it. And last year I went as I introduced a new material that I'm using, so I needed to get some feedback on it. So since the feedback was good, this year now I want to go with my products using the material to try to attract businesses, to try to get my stuff wholesaled in Trinidad as well as outside.
In 2018, we went there with the expectations to meet some key targets. We had 3 key targets listed. And out of those 3 targets, we were able to not just sit and chat with them, but to prepare for the next step. Our major success, though, from the 2018 convention was that a company that we didn't even have listed as a target came to us on the second day and took our services and more to deal with their marketing and promotions here.
If successful, it will be Stacey Herbert of Homemade Tobago making her first trip to the convention. She's keen on securing deals once chosen.
This year, I plan to expand my capacity, right? So my idea really is to attract at least 2 buyers, so that I can further the expansion, and it could be a relatively painless transition.
There will be 200 booths at TIC 2019, featuring 500 plus regional and international buyers. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
We have to take a break, but when we return, we will tell you about 2 Easter children's programs geared towards preparing them for the future. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Villa Escalante has all the ingredients for an unforgettable vacation. Guests can soak up some sweet Tobago sunshine as they walk out from the lower level living space into an open deck infinity swimming pool, which has a complete view of Englishman's Bay below. It's definitely a sight to see. Now, the development of human capital is critical for the sustainability of any economy. As such, the Youth Training and Employment Partnership Program of Trinidad and Tobago, YTEP, has partnered with the British Petroleum of Trinidad and Tobago, BPTT, to train more young persons in becoming entrepreneurs. We have more in this story.
The partnership between YTEP and BPTT is bearing fruit. 15 more entrepreneurs are now benefiting from development training. They're the second cohort of participants in this program. The 1-week specialized entrepreneurship initiative serves young people between the ages of 20 and 35.
Training and Employment Partnership Program has positively transformed young adults into marketable persons and entrepreneurs for the past 20 plus years, with education and enterprise development being 2 key focus areas in BPTT's corporate social responsibility. This partnership in the YTEP BPTT Entrepreneurial Development Training Program is indeed a natural fit.
At the end of the program, 2 trainees with the best business plan presentations will receive $20,000 to boost their businesses. The funds are an incentive from BPTT. Additionally, the 2 winners will be supported by a business development officer over 6 months.
This specialized program that is being undertaken through the partnership of YTEP and BPTT is yet another occasion when BPTT has shown confidence in the YTEP brand. YTEP will ensure that you have an officer shadowing you, guiding you, mentoring you, a business development officer at your side for 6 months.
Feature speaker at the launch, Chief Secretary Kelvin Charles, says he's hopeful the program will bring success to Tobago's private sector.
Notwithstanding that our private sector in Tobago has been grappling with some challenges, our administration is confident that with continued preservation and perseverance, support and strategic planning, we can weather the times of uncertainty that are encountered from time to time.
The launch of Tobago's leg of the YTEP and BPTT Entrepreneurial Development Training Program was held at the penthouse of the Victor E. Bruce Financial Complex in Scarborough. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
Villa Escalante is chic, elegant, comfortable, and truly relaxing. It's definitely a place you should stay on your next visit to Tobago, and if you want to explore the island more, the villa's management team at Hove Estates would be delighted to make it happen. It's important to expose young people to various career paths to help them make more informed job choices. Over 50 children got that exposure while on their Easter vacation when they participated in the Oceans and Technology Easter Camp. Here's more.
These children are learning how a video camera works from one of our very own Department of Information employees. They also got some insight into the world of television production. The media session was just one of the many interactive activities these young people engaged in during their time at the Oceans and Technology, a Sea of Learning Easter camp. The children also enjoyed chess, golf, woodwork, and art.
Every time you come back, you never know what's going to happen. It's just unexpected things. It's really fun.
I like this camp because it gives you more opportunities that you will not get in other camps. I think it's a good idea. Not so much time on the TV or phones. It's like more time to socialize with other people your age group.
The camp targets children ages 6 to 13 years old. The overall theme is inspiring curiosity, and that's realized through exciting and educational experiences.
We want them to go and see that there's these opportunities out in the world. We provide a microcosm of them right here so that they can touch stuff, see stuff. We bring in professionals so that they can interact with them and tell them about the field and so on and so on. And we demonstrate it by actually taking them to the workplace of some of these things that we talk to them about, and they can see it in action and so on.
Tanika Edwards is one of the 60 participants this time around. She's grateful for the opportunity to be exposed to so many career paths.
I love coming to this camp because, one, I meet new people. The activities are great, life-changing. Sometimes the activities that they bring can help me find a job sometimes because I don't really know where I want to be yet. And like landscaping, what I did yesterday, it was actually interesting.
The Oceans and Technology, a Sea of Learning, is a youth development initiative out of the Scarborough Harbour project. It's under the Division of Tourism, Culture and Transportation. The camp runs for the duration of the Christmas, Easter and July-August holidays. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Villa Escalante is situated between two beautiful small fishing villages, Castara and Palatuve. So if you're feeling adventurous, you can visit Castara for a bonfire beach experience on Thursday night or Palatuve to see fishermen bringing in their latest catch. And for our final story, we stay close to home of Villa Escalante. Children from Castara and environs did not only spend their Easter holidays playing, they took time out to learn some new skills as they start preparing for their future. Here's more in this story.
An Easter vacation with a twist. Having fun while learning different fundamentals for life. At the Castara Community Center, the Division of Sport and Youth Affairs hosted an Easter Skill Development Program for all young people in that community and environs. They were taught various skills that will be beneficial to them today and in the future.
Get young people from the village, from Mason Hall, Mariah, Runnymede, Devines Road, Castara, right up to Lansford. And we get kids together to learn different skills. So we have basic makeup skills, we have resume writing, dressing for success. We have many different skills that they could come, learn, gather, and also interact with one another.
For little Miss Chelsea, she says the experience was a great one and would do it all again once the opportunity arises.
If this camp go on again, I will love to come back. And it was a pleasure being in the class, and it benefited me in different ways.
Charged with the responsibility for youth development in Tobago, the Division of Sport and Youth Affairs capitalized on the Easter holidays to address challenges the young people may be facing in their lives.
We notice a lot of the kids are held back a lot and they're not willing to express themselves. One of the classes we had was self-awareness. That class now, we were able to get kids to know a little about themselves and to build self-confidence. We also were able to raise their esteem so that they would be able to talk out more.
Through this program, Aliyah was able to garner some essential life skills, such as conserving resources.
I learned about creative design, and we made this out of dresses, old dresses that people normally throw away, that could be reusable. And I learned that things like jeans, they can put in bags, like things that they find in the store that is very expensive and very like, and if you like to real go out and thing, and like money hard on your ends, you could always like use things like cardboard and CDs and all these stuff to make bags and other things that you could use and go out with and make it new.
The division intends to continue hosting initiatives such as this one throughout the July, August, and Christmas holidays. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
We close yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, for more information on Villa Escalante, you can contact 382-6059 or visit their Facebook page at Villa Escalante, Tobago, West Indies. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and very productive week. We close with a montage of the opening of the Roxborough Police Youth Club's night football and the Falcon Games 2019. Do enjoy.
Walk them, passes the ball to number three sends the ball down to the left, didn't collect cleanly. Ball going off for a throw, so what them is going to take, looks across, tries to get the ball in the center, let's get there. Middle, tries to dribble one, yes, he's coming down. And what them passes the ball on the left, throw. So throw call, sends the ball wide, number 87, tries to beat that. What a beautiful goal, ladies and gentlemen. Sends the ball to the number 2, then control cleanly. Number 3, Lions.